Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. Welcome to another session of Indian Economy Essentials. And in today's video, let's have a discussion regarding the recent newspaper article, that is UK overtaking India and emerging as the sixth largest equity market. And is there any involvement, or let's say is there any impact of the declining market prices of Adani Group of companies? Let's try and understand this. First and foremost, what do you mean by the concept of market capitalization? But more importantly, what is the connection between this and civil services examination? Is there any potential of question being asked from this area? Let's start. Market capitalization simply refers to the total market price of all the shares which are issued by a company. Right? What do you mean by this? Let me give a very simple example. Imagine here is a company XYZ, and this company XYZ, let's say, has issued 100 shares, and the market price of each of the share will be, let's say right now, 100 rupees. So the market capitalization, I'll start using the short form here. MC is equal to 100 into 100. That will be how much? 100 and 00, 10,000 rupees. Now, the market prices of the companies are changing. All of you will agree with me when I say this. That is, the market prices can go up, market prices can go down. So the market prices keep on changing, and when the market prices will keep on changing, the market capitalization will also keep on changing. Point number one. Second point, the market prices are affected by so many factors, be it internal in nature or external in nature. For example, Government of India will start an investigation against a company. Now, don't you think if a Government of India, or let's say an authority owned by Government of India, announces an investigation against a company, the investor confidence in the performance of the company automatically will take a hit. Now the investors or the shareholders will start selling the shares, supply increases, and when supply of the shares increases, market price should go down. That's a basic idea for supply and demand. Right? So the market prices should go down, and when the market prices will go down, the market capitalization will also go down. Point number two. Next important point. What is the importance of market capitalization? Generally, the idea for market capitalization is important for investors in the market. That is, if investors feel that a particular company is going to have better performance this year, or the policies of the Government of India will have certain influence, positive influence over the performance of the company, or there is a certain external event which will have either a positive impact or a negative impact on the performance of the company, the supply and the demand for the shares automatically will change in the market. I hope you understand this. And when the supply and the demand will change, either the supply increases, market prices will go down, or the supply is same but the demand goes up and the market prices will go up. So whenever the supply and demand parameters in the market will change, either because of internal factors or external factors, the market capitalization of a company will also change. Now, if you take the market capitalization of all these companies which are listed in the market, that is market capitalization of a country, of an economy. And that's also very important. Why? Post 1991, Government of India has liberalized or has introduced many reforms, as a result of which lot of foreign investors are allowed to invest in the domestic market, that is either in the debt market or in the equity market. Now, one of the advantages associated with these kind of reforms being implemented by the government is that we expect a lot of foreign institutional investors, right, or foreign portfolio investors to bring in dollar, invest in the Indian market, that is equity market. And when along with the domestic investors, even the foreign investors will bring money, the total availability of money in the market increases. Right? That's one very important advantage of equity market. The companies will be able to raise more money and invest for various purposes, such as opening up one more manufacturing facility, expanding the activities, acquiring companies, etc., etc., etc. So that is where the equity market is very much relevant. Apart from this, globally, when you talk about equity markets, the investors will keep on moving from one economy to another economy in search of better returns. And whenever they see that a particular economy has very good potential to perform well in the coming months, these are the markets where the foreign investors will take their money, invest in the market. And when their investment will increase in the market, automatically the market prices in the equity market is expected to go up. Market capitalization is also expected to go up. Now, these are certain very important concepts associated with the idea of market capitalization. Now, what is there in the current affairs? What is being discussed? Simple. India for the first time, 9 months ago, India for the first time ever, in terms of market capitalization, became the 5th largest. I hope you understand this. For the first time ever, 9 months ago, India became the 5th largest country in terms of market capitalization in the equity market. But slowly and steadily, in the last couple of months, the market capitalization in Indian market has gone down, as a result of which, in the 31st of January or on 31st of January, the market capitalization of India went down or went below that of France. So France was pushed up to 5th position, India went down to 6th position. And very recently, England or UK has overtaken or has basically increased its market capitalization, as a result of which now UK's market capitalization is 6th, India's market capitalization is 7th. You can see this kind of a movement in the last couple of months, right, in the graph here. This graph represents what is the market capitalization of Indian equity market as well as UK's equity market. You will see that in the last couple of months, or especially during the period of end of the 2022, the gap between the market capitalization of both India and UK was very, very wide. But post the 2022, starting from January in 2023, the gap has narrowed, and finally February, right, in February the gap is narrowed, and now the market capitalization of UK is slightly higher compared to that of India. That is, as per the latest data, market capitalization of UK is $3.11 trillion. That of India is $3.1 trillion, and that of France is $3.2 trillion. Right? So these are certain important points. Please remember this. Please remember. Now, some of you will be asking, sir, why? What has happened? Why India's market capitalization has gone down and why UK's market capitalization has gone up? Simple. Point number 1. In UK, in the last year, there were concerns over the performance of the economy. Inflation rate was higher, the debt of the government was higher, etc., etc. But very recently, the retail inflation data for UK is positive in the sense, for a consecutive third month, inflation rate has actually come down, although it is on a higher level. The recent data says the retail inflation in UK is 10.1%, but compared to earlier months, there is a decline, which is a positive message for them. And various authorities and institutions have stated this is further going to go down even below 2% in the coming months for UK. That's a positive news. Second, the domestic currency of UK has depreciated. And remember this, whenever the domestic currency depreciates, there is a huge potential of increased export competitiveness. And because of these factors, now the foreign investors are looking at a UK market. They believe UK market, the performance of these companies would be much better. They are investing in the UK market. So apply the logic, higher investment demand has gone up, market capitalization has gone up in UK. But what has happened in India? Why Indian market capitalization has gone down? One, weakening rupee in case of India has affected the market performance. Second, right, it is predominantly because of the Adani Group of companies. How to prove it? In the last couple of months, the amount of market capitalization that has declined, it's very huge, somewhere around 7%. And right now the market capitalization, as already mentioned, it is 3.1 trillion. Out of the total decline in the market capitalization, more than 60% of the decline in the market capitalization is because of the decline in the market prices of Adani Group of companies. Just to prove the point, even yesterday in the stock market, all the 10 companies which are associated with Adani Enterprises, the market prices of the shares have taken a hit. Right, so these are some of the very important reasons why on one side India's MCAP has gone down and the MCAP of UK has gone up. But more importantly, have a look at this point. Generally, whenever these kind of events happen in a market, for example, earlier events such as global financial crisis or terrorist attack, etc., the stock market generally takes a huge amount of a hit. For example, these are certain events that have happened in the last 2 decades or more than 2 decades. And you will realize that whenever these kind of events have taken place, the decline in the stock market has been very, very huge. For example, right, the 9/11 attack, the stock market in 15 days declined by 11%. Dot-com bubble burst in 2000, reduced the market cap, or let's say the stock market declined by 4.7%. Subprime bubble in 2008, that is global financial crisis, reduced, right, the index by more than 12.8%. But compared to that, you will realize that in case of Adani Group of companies, even though their shares are taking a hit, there are concerns, etc., etc., there is no impact on the overall stock market, right, because of certain reasons. What are the reasons? One, the fundamentals of Indian economy are very, very strong. No doubt Adani is a very important entity within the overall Indian economy, but the fundamentals of Indian economy are very, very strong. For example, talk about fiscal deficit, we are controlling it. Talk about export promotion. Last year we registered more than $420 billion worth of merchandise exports. Talk about current account deficit, it is under control, etc., etc. So the fundamentals of Indian economy are very strong. Point number 1. Second, if you talk about the growth prospect, Indian economy has a very good growth prospects in the coming years. For example, even in today's newspaper, IMF says, right, India will be one of the bright spots in the coming years in terms of contribution to the global economy. And couple of days ago, the same authority also stated most of the growth in the next couple of years will be coming from India as well as China. So looking at all of these parameters, foreign investors are concerned, but nevertheless, there has not been a huge dip in the stock market, or let's say Sensex, that is BSE sensitivity index. Right, so these are some of the very, very important points that I wanted to discuss in the context of UK overtaking India to become the 6th largest in terms of market capitalization in the equity market in the international arena. So if you like the initiatives that we have started for UPSC aspirants, please hit the like button. Provide your valuable comments in the section below. And if you're yet to subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS, kindly do it right now. Thank you. Have a great day.